All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Unpopular Review. This is none other than the top 5 edition. I am one of your hosts right now, the executive consultant, joined today by Mike Knox. Mike, what is going on with? Oh, you did the Ladies of Bisco.
Yeah, that's
What
my
is
thing.
going on with you? That's my
I,
thing.
I love it. What's going on, man? Top 5. It's been a while since I've done a top 5. Glad to be here. We got the new set. We got the new things, big things at Guan for 2024. So we're going to do our end of the year things. We got the award show coming up from Unpop Review and Entertainment and Wrestling. And today we're going to start kick that off with, right? Little top 5 matches of 2023. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm excited about this one. Well, calm down. Calm down, boy. Calm down. What's going on, man? Let's talk about this thing.
Hey, top five. We're going to do this pretty quickly. I mean, we have another show after this, but we're going to do this pretty quickly. Let me tell you something. 2023 has been an amazing year so far for matches. I struggled even today. And if
talking all that trash in the top tick.
I'll say that, but I'll say that even if we were to do this again next week, it might be a totally different list because I have forgotten some matches I know. What's going on, Charmaine? And I feel like there are a lot more matches out there that should be acknowledged. That's not going to get acknowledged. But you know what? We're going to acknowledge the ones that we know off the top of our heads. Mike, if you can lead us off, start with your number 5.
Well, for me, it really was not that difficult other than having to just narrow it down to 5, right? So let me reverse that. It was difficult to just narrow it down to 5, okay? And what makes it so difficult is just overall everything that happened this year is simple. Pick them. You love them. You can't be wrong. They're your matches. They're yours. So for me, my number 5's got to come in. We got a little delay here. Yeah, my picture's not up.
It's up. It's up on here.
I don't see it at all.
I have it right here.
Okay. Well, number 5 on the list. It's from Wrestle Kingdom this year. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. Everybody. Knowingly know I'm not a Kenny Omega guy. I just think you got Kenny Omega. Already got Seth freaking Rollins. But cannot deny this guy's talent. He's wonderful. This match to me, it could have been, and at this point, it was match of the year, and I think it helped match of the year for a very, very long time for me. But number 5, as you see right there, top 5, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. Mike Knox got a Kenny Omega top 5 match. What's going on, people? Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties, man. Yeah, they can't hear you. You're muted, bro.
Oh, shoot. I talked that whole freaking time.
And listen, and I thought it was me. And that's why I freaking left the room. What's going on? Yeah, you were muted that entire time, bro. That's embarrassing.
That is very embarrassing.
Wake the hell up. Wake up. I've done that only in the beginning of the show. Thanks to the chat.
I was talking for a good minute, too.
Listen. When my picture didn't pop up, which it still ain't popping up for me right there when I click it on the screen. I don't know what the heck's going on.
It pops up on our side.
Yeah, that's some weird ish going on what we call these people that we're using. StreamYard. Fix your stuff. So, but go ahead. What's your number 5? Say it again, please.
I'm trying to tell you my number 5 if I can get it.
Are you sure?
I'm trying.
You can't keep delaying that goddamn long, man. It's only at 20 minutes.
I was delayed, but okay. My number 5. Let me just put it. I was in Chicago. It just happened. The Women's War Games match from 2023 at Survivor Series. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Bocce versus Asuka, Bailey, Io Sky, Kairi Singh. What?
I just looked at the picture that you found.
That was the best I had. Right? The best I had.
Man?
Ruffles. That's my number 5. What's your number 4?
All right, number 4 for me, if it pops up on my screen. There it is. I can see it now. I can see it. Again, another AEW classic. Listen, Steve, where are you? Because, Steve, you be complaining a lot about AEW, and I can't lie, rightfully so. But their matches are phenomenal. And this collision match, I watched this thing. It was insane. The AEW Tag Team Champions, to me, still one of the best tag teams in the world. And right now, I would probably say they are the best tag team in the world to me. FTR taking on Jay White. I'm a huge Jay White fan, Switchblade. And I can't stand Juice Robinson, but that man got Tony Storm. So he's winning in my book. So this match is incredible. My number 4, back-to-back AEW matches. I'm impressed with my own damn self right here.
Yeah, I'm impressed with you too. I don't have AEW on this one, but I'll tell you what my number 4 was the WrestleMania main event from WrestleMania Night 1. That is the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Let me tell you why I thought this match was good, not just because of the wrestling, but because of the story behind this match. This match was a storyline masterpiece in the midst of a lot of storyline masterpieces the Bloodline were doing, in my opinion, during their peak, right? Because I don't think they're up there as much anymore, even though Roman's still going to be that man. Mm-hmm. But the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was the culmination of a storyline that was months in the making, which is how WWE needs to do it, or AEW, whoever have you. And I just thought it was very good, and it ended at that WrestleMania main event, which is well, even all the way up from the beginning. Well, Uzi Vert wrapped the Usos to the ring, so to speak.
That was hard.
Okay, that's fine. And then to the point where Sami Zayn hit Jey Uso with the haluva kick, and you saw the emotion on his face, like this was just, it needed to happen. Loved it. That is my number 4 WrestleMania Night 1 main event.
I love that. I told you that's my honorable mention. Everything you said about that match is just so true on so many levels as far as the emotion and the storyline of that match. And I wasn't there, but watching it on TV, just seeing that crowd, and I still always look at, I picked on that one guy in the crowd. He got on all kind of Uso and Bloodline gear, but pop when Cody and them won the match. That just tell you where wrestling is today. What's going on, son? Are we going to talk about number 3? We're going to go number 3 because he was delaying too long. Then we're going to go to our commercial break. So number 3 for me, from that same WrestleMania, arguably to me, was match of the year. And I tussled with it. So that's one of them dice specials right there. I tussled with this being my number 3. And I almost put it number 1, but I had to put it number 3. It's got to be Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, the greatest women's wrestler! Oh, time! Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley tore the house down. This is hands down the number 1 female wrestling match of the year for me, for sure. And just the story, the impact. Like, to me, what Ronda Rousey and Charlotte was, but people didn't really dig it and like it too much, is what they gave us. It was such a hard-hitting, grinding, shooting kind of a wrestling match that you don't typically see women do. They both came out with bruises. They both came out sore, and they proved it that night to me. It arguably might be up there for me, at least in my top 5 female matches of all time. So number 3 on my list right there. Again, WrestleMania. I believe it was night 1, if I'm not mistaken. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, number 3, top 5 matches of the year from Mike Knox. What you got, number 3?
The thing is, yeah, I had to make sure. The thing is, I'll say great minds think alike. My number 3 is actually also Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. It was night 1. It was just a great match, hard-hitting match.
How can I be wrong, Charmaine? It's my opinion. You're wrong.
Ding dong, you're wrong, Mike.
Just about to say ding dong. That's all.
She loves it. It's not an unpopular review show without her saying ding dong, you're wrong.
Hello, Charmaine, you're wrong.
But it was just a great match. Charlotte, the ring general, Rhea Ripley, you knew was her night from her very entrance all the way in. But Charlotte Flair still played the role very, very well and did the job that she needed to do. Even her breaking kayfabe at the end where she looked proud. And she was proud because you notice of all the people, she has not come back and challenged her for that championship again. Technically it's the World Women's Championship, but she does not do it. But very, very good match between these two. I might watch it again before I leave out tonight. It was really good. So that's my number 3.
Yeah! Well, it's going to take a break, y'all. We're going to come right back. Immediately following this on Unpop Review Wrestling, we're going to go right over to Unpop Review Entertainment as we conclude our 80s month. And there's also more shows here on the network. Y'all might want to check them out. I mean, 2024 is coming. Like, follow, subscribe. I mean, it's free.
Universal Pictures presents everything you always wanted to do in high school with everyone you always wanted to do it with. They're the students of Ridgemont High. Brad Hamilton, the fast food king. Charles Jefferson, a man with a mission. Linda Barrett, not exactly the girl next door. See Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Next segment we have Wesley, the greatest North American champion. Yes, I said it there. Executive consultant. There we go. Let's get that a little louder. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The greatest North American champion. He talks about his taking away his time away. He talks about finding himself as when he was champion, and he will do anything to win back that North American championship. He talks about the Judgment Day, always having Dom's back, and the only reason why Dom is still champion is because of Judgment Day. He also says Judgment Day. I always laugh when everyone keeps saying the Judgment Day have all the titles. No, they don't. They legitimately do not have all the titles.
They don't.
They legitimately do not have all.
Undisputed Tag Team Championships belt, the Women's Championship, and the NXT North American Championship belt. They don't have the Undisputed Championship belt, the Continental Championship, the United States Championship. They don't have the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship.
Go ahead. Keep naming them. Keep naming them. Keep naming them. Because even the bloodline that we have.
The ones that I could name now are retired.
Fantastic. But they say, but he says these things. He says that then Dominic comes out. He says
the worst NXT North American champion we've ever had.
There we go. Yeah, you heard that with she said the worst.
And the one who wins the same way that Roman wins about 80% of the time, with cheating and interference, because Dominic can't win by his damn self.
That's right, Wrestling Doll. That's right. You hear that? He can't win it on his own.
You're not cheating. You're not trying. I'm saying.
Still the greatest North American champion, in my opinion.
All time. I agree.
You are watching Top 5. That was the NXT show, which you can watch every single time after NXT with Bad Guy Jack, as well as Wrestling Doll, Dahlia Dark. I am the executive consultant. That is Mike Knox, as he mentioned earlier. Watch us immediately on Unpopular Review Entertainment on YouTube under Unpopular Review Entertainment for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the end of the 80s month. Looking forward to talking about that movie. But we're talking about our top 5 wrestling matches of all time. Just to do a quick recap, my number 5 was none other than the Women's War Game match from Survivor Series 2023. My number 4 was the WrestleMania main event, night 1, the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And my number 3 was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the now defunct SmackDown Women's Championship.
My number 5, Wrestle Kingdom, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, phenomenal. My number 4, Collision, 2 out of 3 falls. Max, Jay Switchblade White, Juice Robinson, FTR, one of the best in the world right there. My number 3, as well as his number 3, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania. I mean, what else can you say? And honorable mentions?
I don't have any, believe it or not. Okay. That's on me. But
well, I have honorable mentions. And for me, I have 3 of them. You picked one of them already, which was the WrestleMania Night 1 Usos and Sami Zayn and them. I'm going to go a little bit more recent here. Speaking about the greatest North American champion of all time, this match at Great American Bash won me back to NXT. And not just this match, that night of Great American Bash won me back. One of the best matches this year. I think it kind of goes undersaid and underappreciated. Also, for me, one of my honorable mentions this year. It's right here. It's simple to me. How could you not have liked this match? This is what's the match that actually led, if you will, this led to us getting CM Punk. I'm sorry, guys. I was stalling like he was stalling. They're getting CM Punk because my picture got deleted out of there. And then my other honorable mention, again, an AEW classic to me, Ricky Starks and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bella himself. This match is so good from All Out in Chicago. Just amazing match. Underappreciated as most. Those are my honorable mention. Let's dive into, let's go with you. You're number 2. You're muted.
I don't know what's going on with me today. Well, I do know. My number 2 is very, very simple. It is also from WrestleMania, which I think, we had the End of Year Awards. Spoiler alert, WrestleMania is my favorite pay-per-view of the year. for this year. Intercontinental triple threat match: Drew McIntyre versus Gunther versus Sheamus. I just thought it was a hard-hitting, loved the match. I remember last year my match of the year was Sheamus versus Gunther. Add Drew McIntyre in there. It just still did not disappoint. Phenomenal match. It's going to be my number 2. WrestleMania Intercontinental Championship match.
Number 2 for me just happened, and I'm sorry. The greatest entrance this year. Swerve Strickland, Full Gear, Prince Nana, Hangman Adam Page, Death Match number 2. This match reminded me of, it was like a classic up-to-date technical match with the most vile, disgusting things in it. Like, despite the fact that he drunk that man's blood, as nasty as that was, it didn't take away from me the emotion that was led in this match, and I was surprised, which it said to me later on who won the first one, that kind of things, that Swerve actually won this match. The fact that Swerve didn't win again yesterday in AEW, Tony Khan is finally listening to us about how to properly book black people. So I'm just saying, Tony, Tony, you need some help, Tony, promoting black people, and Swerve Strickland right now is your guy. I'm loving what he's doing, and that was my number 2 match of the year. Yeah! What you got for number 1? Mute it.
My number 1 match also was a tag team match. It seems to be the trend going here, but the number 1 match for me was a tag team match, and it was at Money in the Bank. I just thought, once again, storyline, overall working of the match, you can't go wrong with Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns versus the Usos from Money in the Bank in London. It just was a great match, ending with Roman taking the L for the first time in 2.5 years,
almost, yeah.
3 years, however long it was. It was a great moment, great time, led to some great moments. Let me tell you something. First 6 months of WWE, their moments, they talk about CM Punk now being the most social and all that other stuff. Before that, it was all dominated by Roman getting kicked or hit with a chair. Whether it was by Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso. This is one of the reasons why. This was the one with the infamous, guess what? You're out, and I'm out too. Kid, great time, great match to follow up with it. That is my number 1 match of the year.
I forgot that was one of my other honorable mentions. We talked about it today. Again, I put them how you want. Ding dong. Hello, Charmaine. You can't be wrong when it's your top 5. Your picks, I'm loving them. I don't think you can go wrong either way how you look at it. And I love your list. I went a little unconventional this year, but with this top 5. But I tell you one thing that's not unconventional to me. My number 1 of the year. My number 1 of the year took place at WrestleMania. Here's why this match is number 1, because those who follow the Mike Knox show know that I have a saying. First of all, hashtag death to dirt sheets. First off, sorry, mama. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer, because he's a dirt cheater. But number 1, wrestling is storyline. And there is nothing more storyline about that match. The emotion from the fans crying and bitching and complaining was amazing. The fact that I did the post show in the hotel, in the air, I keep saying hotel, right? I literally was having surgery and did a post show in the hospital while I got doctors and nurses outside the room, even after that match. Just got to say it, my number 1 match, Roman, the number 1 wrestler in the world, the number 1 superstar in the world. CM Punk, that's my guy. Swerve right now is unstoppable. But no one this year or last year, I don't care how many times you want to call him a part-timer, has done a better job of putting his company over, his family over. Again, I hate that this guy was actually right at what he said. The Usos would not have main evented WrestleMania night 1 if not for Roman Reigns. He puts the food on the table. He takes the food off the table. And it's that simple. Acknowledge your tribal chief. My number 1 match of the year right there. Roman, Cody, undeniable to me. What?
And people still talk today whether or not it was the right choice to have Roman win. It was, ladies and gentlemen. Great match. Great match.
Well, there you have it. Top 5. Comment below. Let us know. Like, follow, subscribe. Share this. Comment. Let us know your top 5. Was ding dong? Was I wrong? Hello? I doubt it. But top 5. Catch us next week. Have another top 5 for you. best of 2023 version somehow of that to keep that thing going here on Unpop Review right now. So thank you for joining us for top 5 2023 matches of the year. If you like movies and you want to know what fast carrots mean, come watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the review movie reaction coming up next. We out of here, y'all. Fingers.